Well, hello there, guys. It's been a long time since we played some Graviteam Tactics Mius Front, but this time we are playing as the Germans here, defending what I believe to be Marinovka from the Soviets. It's been a long time since we've had a battle like this. I've set up the battle lines in such a way that I'm expecting a Soviet attack over here on the farm, but it could also happen over there. We have some infantry units, and I'm actually going to be sending them in to Stepanovka, so we might have some urban combat here. I'm going to assault that position immediately, and we are going to go ahead and begin the game, my friends. Get a close-up look here at our lines, of course. I think some of our men are actually dug in, which is really good news. Not all of them, though. As you can see, we've got some units here that are dug in. It's going to make it very hard to overwhelm them, but at the same time, they're sort of facing uphill here, so unless the Soviets get really, really close, I'm not expecting that they're going to be using those positions too much. I love the dug-in positions over here by the fields. This is such a perfect place to dig in. Obviously, it's downhill, and also, just imagine, you see these beautiful sunflowers, and all of a sudden, gunshots start coming at your way. So, like I usually do, guys, we will return when we get into some combat. And from there, we will commence the video. If you guys like these videos, make sure always to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's very hard to get subscribers for strategy war games. Comment down below as well, and check out our other Graviteam Tactics videos. All right, we've taken that location. I'm going to move into this wooded area on an assault. Maybe we'll make some contact. Alright guys, we got enemy contacts, but not in the place we wanted. They actually got behind our lines and took on some of our spotters. Luckily, we do have a few SDKFZs here. I'm going to start sending them towards the enemy. I can only hope that these things are made for some actual combat, because I believe these are mostly just spotter vehicles. They are Pumas, though. These are actually Pumas, excuse me. But they're not really wanting to respond to my orders. And obviously trying to take out, for instance, that gun would be very useful to us, so I'm actually going to take some boys this way. I'm going to target that gun, and hopefully we get some hits on it. As far as I can tell, we don't have any other enemies attacking. We do have some enemy artillery hitting our positions here, and that's going to damage us pretty badly. We actually moved out a few guys from this area just recently, so hopefully that'll save them. Man, that is some serious Soviet artillery. Same foxhole. Usually jumping into the same foxhole is a good idea. There, whoever jumped in would have been killed. Alright, so they're definitely planning an attack at the farm. That much is clear. Start, of course, targeting as many as possible. It looks like some of our SDKFZs, our Pumas, are moving forward. I want this one to try and take out that gun. That's my real concern. I hope these things are able to fire. I'm pretty sure they are. But this is a pretty stressful situation. I'm not sure if we can see through this wood line. Let's hope so. It's more of a bush line, nonetheless. Let's engage the Soviets there. Let's see how our infantry is doing over here. No, we need them moving forward a bit faster than that. So I'm going to order a fast move for Dinter's men. Sorry, buddy. We actually sent a unit to go check the farmstead out. It looks like there's definitely enemy defenses there. Got some close combat going on right now. We've definitely found what looks like a trench line here. I'll definitely get a perspective from Linka. Feuer. Feueraussetz. Right there, Linka. They're right there, mate. Yeah, nice. He's definitely firing at them. One of the guys is just taking cover. I don't think he's hurt, but he's apparently found some Soviets over there as well. Careful, boys. Shit. Be careful, man. Somebody throw a Stielengranat? There we go. Boom! Oh, that was devastating. That was not a Stielengranat. That was some sort of white phosphorus, guys. I'm not even sure. If somebody can identify that round, please do. But that was not a Stielengranat. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. So major attacks going on when we try to ambush that gun, of course. Take a look here. Wow. There are a lot of enemies here. Let's get these guys into cover here and keep on firing. A lot of Soviets, Soviet commissars, it looks like. A lot of commanders there. We definitely want to take them out. And it looks like we've got a few mortars here. Feuer, men, feuer! Plenty of gunfire on the enemy. Keep it up. But these bushes are definitely getting in the way. Even Bauer is keeping up his end of the bargain here. That is wonderful. Now, of course, they're trying to approach the farmstead area, which is all the way over here. Didn't expect them to materialize from here, but obviously that's where they've got their anti-tank gun, and killing that would be very, very useful to us, because if we kill the AT gun, we can move in here with the Pumas without any issues whatsoever. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and keep moving those Pumas forward on attack mode. Might even be able to take Stepanovka, I'm not sure. Oh boy. Some of those Pumas are apparently being even taken out by probably the AT gun as well, but partially by just artillery or mortar rounds. One or the other. Okay, Holschawa, you have to shoot that thing or you're dead. Is he gonna comply? There we go. There we go, son. He's trying to hit you. You better fire, buddy. Oh, he's hit. He's hit. Is this crew okay? I don't know, but he's definitely stunned there for a bit. Oh, that is another major hit on Holzhauer. He was definitely firing on the position, guys, and firing from this elevated position would be so advantageous to us. Not sure if we did anything to the gun. I don't think we did. Hopefully he's still okay. I think he is. Him and Freudman. So let's keep moving. Let's gather our courage up again. I know that was scary, but we must move forward. We'll also take a look at the situation over here. One thing I love about Graviteam Tactics Mius Front is just everything is going on at once. You've got a bunch of situations developing all at one time. You can see right now it looks like our mortarmen are trying to knock out the enemy infantry here by the farmstead. But we might go ahead and do just a major attack on this area. It doesn't seem to be too heavily defended. We've already killed a few of the guys over here at the front gates. But we also have a really nice defensive position here that I don't want to give up. Oh boy, oh boy. It's one vehicle burned up. I think maybe two even. Alright, just start targeting everything, guys. I mean, these Pumas can do a lot of damage, period. So if they can just get a view of the enemy, even if they don't target the AT gun, but just stay barely out of his reach, you can get a lot of kills here. And these guys are still hanging out here trying to hold off against the massive Soviet assault. They are in desperate need of support. Look at that, another shot, man, from the AT guns. They are everywhere. Another shot. At least I'm spotting it now. I'm gonna try to target it with everything I've got. We can't really help our boys until we knock that thing out. I think we may have gotten it. Definitely got some good hits on it. Boom, another one. Some frontal hits. Enemies are definitely taking cover. Might have an enemy down there. But yeah, the commander's still alive, and that is a bad thing. You can see our Puma firing away there, man. If we can just get it to start targeting those troops, we might be able to save our men. They're all stuck over here. They're being surrounded. In fact, I'm going to move forward with some of these Pumas and just start targeting the enemy right here directly in front of us. Let's take a look at our infantry here. I feel bad for them. They are very brave, but very cut off. You know, some of them are in this cover area. That's why I asked them to take cover, so they would have some defenses, but I'm not sure it's going to really help them too much. Keep up the fire, man. Commander down. Fire, fire. They're all over the place, Shank. Don't you guys have a machine gun on this thing? Here we go. Ton of enemies. Stop. Just fire. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. He's still moving. I don't know why he's being so stubborn. But he's getting some effective shots off, and it looks like our infantry is actually getting some effective shots off over here. And we can actually move these guys up. We still have a few infantry units here that stayed back in the town, remember? I'm going to actually move them up to help these beleaguered divisions. I should have seen that before, but I didn't. My bad. Shouldn't really be apologizing to you guys, though. I should be apologizing to the families of these damn troops. Okay, I definitely want this thing to reverse. Shank is getting way too close to the enemy. We are getting devastating shots there with the Puma. You can see that, but I don't know if it's worth him getting this close. Nice! Look at that. Yeah, I like the backup. That's working. Keep it up, Shank. Some nasty shots to the front of this vehicle, and I'm not sure how much it can withstand shots from anti-tank guns or even heavy machine guns. Maybe not too much. But look at this. I don't think they're liking this too much. Let's see if we've got any more units we can bring up here. We've got this one. I'm going to bring him up to attack from the east. We've got the enemy trapped here pretty nicely. And it doesn't look like they're much of a problem at the farmstead at all. So I'm just going to keep those positions the way they are. And we're focusing primarily on this area. Man, I love that Puma. This battle's getting named after the Puma for sure. There we go. There's some machine gun fire. I knew he had it in him. Oh, nasty hit. It could be, yeah, that's a terrifying hit. Look at that. Everybody's on fire. Schenk is dead. Looks like we still have one Puma here. He really needs to focus on the enemy AT gun out there, so I'm actually going to send him into the swamps. I think he's going to be safer in there, to be honest. Oh, that's another enemy AT gun. Maybe we should just get some lucky shots before we get completely annihilated here. Friedel. Look at him skidding on that mud. Looks like the machine gunner may be damaged. Okay, so at this point, at least we have all of our men here for the most part. And this is going to have to be the main focus of the fight, is going to be these guys. There's no way that that guy's going to make it through. So we have to focus on our infantry and hope that they can push the attack forward. Which we're much better at defending than we are at attacking. But it looks like right now we're getting some decent shots. A lot of Soviets here. As you can see, one of them is already wounded. I think he got shot in the shoulder. Maybe in the chest. Man, that's a chest wound for sure. And there we go. I love the mortars. Bring in the mortars, boys. Keep it up. Enemy doesn't really know what to do. It looks like they are starting to launch some attacks over here. And we could actually take a proportion of our men, and I'm going to launch another attack here at the back of the farmstead. It looks like Kobla, we still have one more unit. Puma. I'm going to bring him forward. Figure why not? Alright, let's focus on our men over here. Alright, Dinta. Take cover. Let's see the Soviets advancing on us. There are so many of them. At the very least, they're also taking cover. It's not like they're just running out in the middle of nowhere, except a few of them way back here. So that means that they're not going to advance as quickly as they had hoped. But they also have a lot of guys over here in the tree line that are worrying me. Enemies in the tree line are a major problem because, of course, they've got some pretty good cover, and they can sneak behind our lines pretty easily. You can see some of them here trying to get behind us. Vehicle lost. What? Another one. Oh, the Puma is down. Let's see how our assault is commencing. Try to sandwich in the enemy here. Good work, men forward. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's just getting a few here. Well, I think we have our first actual blonde commander for once. Throw Übermenschen, yeah. There we go. We definitely want to target the enemy. So come on, this is an assault, guys. Open fire. That's what I like to see. In fact, with Winkler, we will stay put. Not sure if he's a machine gun or a mortar unit. We'll soon find out. Oh, he's a mortar unit. Makes me happy. Schmidt is getting really close. But I think he can stop here. Okay, we've definitely got a group of Soviets here. Let's see how our fire's affecting them. A perfect hit there by the mortars. Already got a few Soviets wounded or killed. That one got a direct hit, so he's probably dead, to be honest. Gotta stop saying to be honest. I think that's my catchphrase. If we end up making some merch for the Agrippa Maxenius channel, we're gonna have to be honest on the merch. And let's go, guys. Okay, got a lot of enemies still attacking this position. Remember, this was our Stepanovka position. We brought all of our reserve units here to put up a fight, a final last-ditch effort. And we're still putting up that fight, but it's getting harder and harder. Janssen is here. Guys like this just need to stop, take cover, and just focus on getting some decent shots. It's unfortunate we lost our Pumas. I knew they weren't, you know, they're not exactly totally fragile, but against the enemies we're facing here, yeah, they kind of are fragile. Obviously, the enemies have taken the farmstead. We want that area back. So this attack might move to the west pretty soon. In fact, we might start other attacks in this area. For now, I'm happy with this. Keep it up, Siegfried. Good that our guys are actually getting shots off. That's a clear sign that we have some fire advantage. But again, this area could be full of trenches. We just don't really know. We only know what we can see, or what our men can see. Oh, that PPSH is deadly. Absolutely deadly. Keep up the fire, boys. I like seeing those tracer rounds. And believe me, those tracer rounds are not revealing exactly how much fire we're doing. It's one tracer round for every 5 regular shots. And we're not getting tracer rounds from our rifles. So it's a lot of, we're throwing a lot of lead at these Russians. There we go. Oh man, you see that? Just obliterated him. Oh, again! Yeah, he's definitely not wounded. He's gone. Same time, we've got an enemy element over there at the farmstead. That's what's worrying me right now. Not sure if these two guys are retreating. They could be. I actually want them to attack the farmstead here. Obviously, enemies that are in a position that's fortified like that are quite dangerous. So I'm going to get Winkler, this is our mortarman, to focus on the farmstead entirely. There we go. I think our boys over here are just about to get finished off, guys. The enemy is closing in. It's like the final scene in Cross of Iron. If you haven't seen that film, you should definitely check it out. Deutschland, Deutschland über alles. Come on, boys. Kill a few before they take you. They're not taking prisoners, that's for sure. We've still got Storz, a few guys over here that are putting up a fight. Those Soviets are absolutely advancing. They've lost plenty of men in the advance. Don't think that they haven't paid an ultimate price too. what's this? Do we have... Oh my god. I think we might have more SDKFCs, or Pumas, excuse me. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. We're gonna win this fight. We have to win this fight. We have to win this fight. This is like Ride of the Valkyries type stuff here. I'm gonna have these guys go at full speed. And believe it or not, these vehicles are one of the few vehicles in the game that actually get to their location very quickly. So I'm going to try to save our friends. If not, we'll at least get some revenge on the rest of these Soviets. If not, they're going to have to resign this battle. There's no way they can beat us as long as these vehicles survive. That's the catch. We'll also go ahead and begin an attack from here. That's right, boys. Going for victory. Stopping here and just once again firing into the town, or into the farmstead, I should say. You can send some attackers, and Ruderschmidt's units have been attacking since the beginning, so I'm going to have them launch an attack here. Bit suicidal, but you know what? It's for the fatherland. Didn't get a grenade into that Dacha. Is it Dacha or Dacha? Somebody can tell me down below. Still, if I had seen that before, we could have probably saved the lives of a lot more men. I think that was a grenade. I see some fire, yeah, maybe. They are definitely all taking cover here in the town, and we could potentially take some prisoners if we were able to charge the location effectively. I'm not sure we can. Look at this, we got some stragglers. Watch out, boys. Some Soviets behind the lines here. Get them. Close, very close. Nice. That mortar didn't even touch that guy. There we go. So we're definitely popping smoke here. And Ruderschmidt, oh yeah, he's definitely in the town. I think he got dropped. Unfortunately, yep. Those guys are still holding out, man. Talk about brave. Even though we're getting shot up left and right, they're still firing at the enemy too, which is amazing. Ginter really deserves to be saved. Same with Storz and his men. We got guys firing from the bushes here. Look at those dead Soviets right there. We've already got a bunch of dead Soviets trying to approach the line. This one, unfortunately, is one of our men. Didn't get very lucky. And didn't get very far either. We still haven't destroyed that AT gun, so that's a point of contention there. Alright, guys. We are doing an ultimate charge here. Very Soviet-esque, even though we're playing as the Germans. You know, we have fire superiority here, so I could just keep firing at this building. But I know that this is a heavily armored location, or a heavily defended location. So I'm just going to go in and charge. I will keep Winkler here. He's the exception. Everyone else is going in for the major attack. Let's do this. Enough with these Russians. We are not debating anymore. Yeah? Do you understand? Move Barons up as well. A lot of officers here hiding. Look at that. Now we're throwing a massive amount of lead towards them. We are going to burn this farmstead down if we need to. Ruderschmidt there with the epic firing power. Shooting right through the house. He's all wounded, man, but he's still firing that machine gun like a boss. And the enemy is asking for a ceasefire. They are officially asking for a ceasefire. I'm not giving them the privilege of a ceasefire yet, especially since we still have some Pumas on the way. Ruderschmidt, be careful. Oh, man. That was a definite kill. I mean, we're going to lose men charging, but I see it as one of the few ways to take that farmstead back. Unless the enemy retreats, which they are free to do anytime they wish. Keep it up, boys. More enemy contacts, huh? Looks like some detachments of that larger enemy force may have broken off. It's definitely possible. We're waiting on you. This guy's actually headed to the farmstead, so can start setting up some targets for him. Ooh, we've also got some enemies over here in the bush. Look at that, I've spotted one right there. A wayward Russian. Oh, he's firing, man. He's definitely got a weapon there. You can see one of our bullets actually hit right there. We could get this guy pretty soon. Keep shooting. Come on, guys. We're so close. It's hilariously tragic. Let's check out what's going on the other side of the battlefield. Okay, Farmstead is still being assaulted. These guys aren't exactly stormtroops, but they've got to make it in, man. Got a lot of Soviets hiding over here in the bushes. At the very least, start opening fire on the enemy targets here. Okay, yeah, I think we can definitely send a few of these vehicles over here, because we've got a lot of Soviets in those bushes. Schmidt will also go this way. Jekyll. Mighty Jekyll. Charge, boys. We need a grenade in that damn Daka. Nice, Kaifa! You know what? If you want to keep shooting at it with your damn machine guns, that works too. Boys moving up. Are they going to know where to throw that nade? I think so. One of the Dakas is down. So we've knocked one down. I don't know how many men we killed inside, but now, of course, they're going for that last one. See some rounds bouncing off the house. You know, obviously taking a strategic position like this, it's not easy at all. And you can see we just threw a grenade in. That was beautiful. You can actually see the Russians in there. Oh, that was an anti-tank mine! That was an anti-tank mine, guys, and we got the kill. We haven't taken the farmstead yet, but I think we're definitely on the right path. We had to basically destroy that tiny village to be able to take it. Small price to pay for victory. With the rest of these guys, we're going to lead an attack right on down this hill. We've come this far, we might as well keep on the offensive. Take a look at Koch. Oh man, be careful. He's got a rifle there. Still refused to take that enemy ceasefire. Good shot. He just killed that Russian. Just killed him, man. Right through the chest there. Wonder if we can spot him. Oh yeah, he is dead big time. Incredible job here. Obviously, it's good if these Pumas would get here a little faster, but you know what? I understand they need to take their time. They've got a tough job. Let's see, have we taken it? Yes, the farmstead is under our control, guys. There's still some Soviets lingering around here, though, so I'm going to keep up the attack. Look at all the men we have just hanging out here. Outside of the village, kind of unsure of what to do. I know it's the farmstead, but to me it's really much more similar to a village. You will have glory, don't worry, man. That's the good thing. I think we'll kill a lot of enemy commanders in this battle. The ones Stalin didn't kill, we will. There we go. Wow. So already, we're already getting contact here with these Pumas. We're heading towards the main battlefield. It looks like that group is still holding on incredibly. So I am going to target the enemies here. I'm not even going to focus on the AT guns, even though we kind of have to. We're just going to keep on moving, man, and hope for the best. Some of these guys do not have, apparently, Pumas. But they're still putting up a decent fight. They've got some sort of machine gun here. No, just a rifle. Yeah, keep them under fire, why not? I'm almost tempted to take the ceasefire just to save the lives of these men over here. They've been so brave. But that's not necessarily a good reason to accept a ceasefire. I think our men have completely wiped the enemy clear of this farm area. We could even go ahead and take the fight to that larger group. There's that AT gun. That thing is just devastating. If you guys made it this far in the battle, let me know down below what you would do at this point. I'd like to know, because I'm of course going to make a decision here pretty soon. But right now, I think we've done okay. I mean, obviously losing the vehicles was unexcusable or inexcusable, but the amount of damage we've done to the enemy, I think it's going to be pretty dramatic. I could be wrong, but I think we've done a lot of damage to them. We've obviously kept the positions that we had initially. You know, overall, they asked for a ceasefire. That shows a little bit of deference on their part. We'll see what happens. I'm still going to target the rest of these enemies and keep on shooting. Doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get to that AT gun anytime soon. Oh, man. Another devastating shot by the AT gun. It almost looks like magma flowing out of the Puma here. Yeah, that is a lot of fuel leaking out of the thing. Man. It's like she just got filled up. Luckily, the drivers of the Pumas seem to have some decent weaponry and not horrible morale. And they're still putting up a fight. I want to see what Freudman is doing. Freudman. Ooh, he's got an SDKFZ here. All right, Freudman, move out, son. You are the last guy around. You're the last man standing on this front. So you better start firing. I don't know if he's stuck or just doesn't listen to orders. There we go. Gotta move up here. Definitely trying to save himself during this fight. He's gonna have to make a mad dash here for the AT gun and possibly for enemy infantry. You can see a lot still on the battlefield there. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and target the enemy infantry and hope that he sort of takes on this role. The problem is I don't want him going into the trench, and I know that's exactly what he's probably going to do. Does the AI know to avoid the trench? Please say yes. And maybe he does. Maybe. Again, I'm not sure how well this is going to do, but more Russians dead, the better for me. I'm going to have to explain to High Command how I lost all those vehicles. So we better kill a lot of Russians. And obviously, vaporizing one of their AT emplacements would be huge. Freudmann. Du, ich liebe Deutschland, ja? Was denn ist? I don't like that angle. What the shit? Did he just, like, fire? I guess we have we don't have a machine gun on this thing. We've got an AT gun on this thing, man. Wow, okay. So Stortz is still alive. So he's readjusting with that gun. That almost makes it a little more complicated to use. Obviously, against like an enemy tank, this would be kind of a cool weapon, or even an enemy armored vehicle. But against infantry, I'm not sure if it's going to be that effective. And they're starting to get close here to our vehicle crews. Not that we really need those vehicle crews. Once you lose the vehicle, they're pretty useless. Freudemann. Feuer. Freudman, the pacifist SDKFC. He just can't bring himself to fight. Alright, well, we do hold a large percentage of the map. If you guys want to take a look here, you know, we hold most of it. They have a tiny sliver, and they did ask for a ceasefire. So, at some point here, I might go ahead and agree to that. As you can see, though, there's still a few Soviets popping up on the map. Occasionally, there's still, like, some of them haven't gotten the message that they've gotten beaten over here at the farm, and they're either showing up or they were hiding from before. So we're going to keep attacking them, of course. They still pose a threat to us. You can actually see a few bullets popping up near this guy. But I think accepting that ceasefire might not be such a bad idea. Again, we could go into battle against this larger group. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Let's see if Freudemann can target that gun. Come on, Freudemann. You're almost useless, dude. At least I can say to the officers, we have one vehicle that's working, but I'd rather he try and take out that gun. You guys know my nature. I'm so tempted to just grab this group of units and actually try to attack the enemy. We might do it. We're going to fast move some guys. We might just go ahead and end this before it gets too big. Don't forget that we still have a few Pumas in this group that have survived. And I'm thinking taking on that huge group of enemies might be a good idea. Now, obviously, we want to target that thing right there. Oh boy, look at that, guys. Look at all that enemy infantry. So that's another reason to accept the ceasefire. They have this sort of odd, sort of gridlock-shaped pattern of trenches. We had our men in these trenches initially, of course, but they were overrun. I think taking this area would cost us a lot of men. That's just my personal opinion. You know, they've got pretty good defensive ability here, and I'm thinking, yeah, that ceasefire is definitely the right option. Let's take it. We'll come back later with more tanks. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see some more Graviteam Tactics Mius Front, and make sure, like I said, to like, comment, and subscribe. The subscribing is so important. Seriously, get your grandma to subscribe. It all helps. Another thing that's very important, guys, is just basically supporting the channel with a comment down below, and anything else you can offer. It really, really does help us out. Poor Freudemann. Nice! Oh, beautiful shot there towards the end. And it was a minor defeat. Nonetheless, the casualties on both sides were incredible. 81 killed, 70 heavily wounded on our side, 2 missing. 2 of our men basically surrendered, 13 lightly wounded. We killed 57 men, 35 heavily wounded, 1 missing, 1 prisoner for us, and 12 lightly wounded. Once again, man, this was a hell of a fight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can't win them all, but I still enjoy fighting them, and I think it was an interesting fight nonetheless. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.